Americans love to travel, but even though the pandemic has created chaos when it comes to flying,
airlines have still made it hard to get a refund.
Luckily, the points guy's Zach Griff is on the case.
I've been helping our readers get refunds for canceled flights and covering what's going on in the airline industry, especially as it relates to social distancing requirements and mask policies.
Southwest's mask policy is currently the strictest. Every passenger has to wear a mask for the entirety of a flight, with only infants excluded, and they're not allowing open chin coverings, so bandanas are out. But let's focus on the issue that hits people the hardest: refunds.
One of the biggest pain points we've heard from readers throughout the pandemic is how hard it's been to get a refund for a canceled flight. For instance, with United, at the height of the pandemic in April, they added a policy that says that your flight needs to have been changed by over a day to qualify for a refund.
United rolled that back to offering refunds for flights changed by more than 2 hours, and Delta, which used to offer refunds for changes of more than 90 minutes, tacked on another 30 minutes. So it seems that 2 hours is the change threshold for refunds the industry is settling in on. The bottom line is that you don't want to pay for a flight that, for whatever reason, you no longer want to take. Thankfully,
we at The Points Guy have some top tips to getting your money back.
For starters, don't jump the gun.
Don't proactively call an airline for a refund. Wait until the airline makes the change on your reservation.
The context for all of this is a dramatic drop-off in domestic air travel. According to the TSA's travel counts, which compare the totals from a pandemic date to that same date in 2019, at the beginning of March, the numbers were comparable. 1 month later, on April 1st, the numbers had tanked. Jumping ahead to the beginning of August, there's been some recovery, but still way down year over year. So airlines are changing schedules, eliminating routes, and generally scrambling.
Sometimes the airlines are doing that just a week or two before departure. So really, hang tight and then call.
Because if the airline makes the change, you won't have to mount an argument. They will simply owe you the refund. Next, and this goes with a lot of customer service actions, be persistent.
If you don't get the answer you want to hear on the first phone call, politely hang up and call back again.
Because you might get a different answer depending on who picks up the phone or who's supervising that shift. But sometimes the airlines won't budge, even if you're clearly owed a refund. That's when you should call in the big guns.
Even if you are entitled to a refund and an airline says we're not giving you one, you do have a next step of escalation. You can consider a chargeback with your credit card, otherwise known as filing a dispute, and also a consumer complaint with the Department of Transportation.
Credit card companies have more resources than individual consumers, and they want to keep their cardholders happy. If you can get them to take up your case, they might get better results. Remember, this is just a snapshot. Pandemic travel's an ever-changing landscape as airlines react to medical guidance and what their competitors are doing. So always check your carrier's website for policy updates. Getting your airline refund is at the top of the list.